afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. Charlotte Deleste in for Susan Simon today. Busy news day, so let's get right to it. Here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Governor Evers says the National Guard has been authorized to help if needed to keep the peace tonight in downtown Madison.
And County Executive Joe Parisi is condemning last night's violence at the City County building where a Molotov cocktail was thrown near the 911 dispatch center.
And while the pandemic continues right along with civil unrest, the road to the presidency goes on. Later on in this hour, we'll talk with poll director Charles Franklin about the results of the new Marquette Law School poll. But first at 4, Governor Tony Evers says the National Guard has been authorized to help Madison police tonight if the protests don't remain peaceful in downtown Madison. Last night, protesters tore down 2 statues on the Capitol Square, including the Forward statue and a statue of Hans Christian Heg, a former abolitionist who lost his life in the Civil War. Protesters also broke windows at the Capitol and the Tommy Thompson Center and flipped over planters outside the Capitol.
The toppling of statues has become a common sight all across the country. Work to remove a statue of former Vice President John C. Calhoun in Charleston, South Carolina is underway. Critics say Calhoun supported slavery, while the statues here in Madison don't pay tribute to people considered to be pro-slavery or racism. Protesters say they don't believe they represent what's actually going on in the city and state.
The state of Wisconsin is false flagging its values. These statues up here represent a progression that African Americans don't have.
Yeah, I mean, the statue itself, it was called Forward.
And we're not moving forward, we're moving backwards. So this don't need to be here until we're ready to move forward.
Anderson Carter says even more needs to be done across the state. She would like to see the governor spend more time in Madison and focus on the entire state rather than just Milwaukee. She says the assistant chief of police has reached out to her and they hope to start a dialogue about the problems in the state.
Local leaders are condemning the damage done to downtown buildings last night.
Police say protesters broke into the City County building and started a fire. That's where we find Adam Duxter with the latest. Adam?
Yeah, Mark and Charlotte, officials say it was a small group late last night that busted up these windows here at the City County building and used a device similar to a Molotov cocktail to try and set the building on fire. Now, just about an hour ago, I got a look inside at some of the worst damage inside the building, which is right inside the city engineering department. You could see the broken glass as well as the dust, debris, and the charred remains where the fire was put out. And today, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi condemned the violence as a whole.
People in the community who might be prone to violence like this need to know the severe repercussions that could happen. Lives could have been lost last night. So again, people need to step back and take a breath and assess where we want to go. Where do we want to be as a community, and how do we constructively get there? Because starting buildings on fire is not going to get us anyplace.
Parisi says deputies with the Dane County Sheriff's Office were able to respond quickly and put out that fire. But he says the damage, which has forced both the city engineers and the Dane County 911 Center to be in a secondary location today, is already done. And today, crews are getting set for cleanup inside the City County building.
Adam Duxter reporting live from downtown. Adam, thank you. A state senator from Milwaukee says he was assaulted by the protesters last night while filming the crowd. Video posted on Twitter by Democratic Senator Tim Carpenter shows 2 people running up to him. Carpenter says he was punched and kicked in the head, neck, and ribs and believes he may have a concussion.
Madison's Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway called last night's protest far from peaceful and exceeding dangerous. The mayor went on to say that people engaged in violence and criminal conduct against people or property on the streets of Madison will be held accountable. We're expecting to hear more from the mayor in the next hour. State lawmakers are largely condemning the actions of protesters last night, especially the attack of a state senator.
Amy Reed is live for us at the Capitol to explain why Republicans want the mayor and governor to do something about it. Amy?
Today, Republicans said a lack of leadership from Governor Evers and Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is what led to this destruction. They said the governor and mayor should have had a plan that involved police stopping destruction and violence. They said a bad message on accountability was sent when protesters who vandalized State Street weren't punished, though we know there have been some arrests. The Assembly Speaker said he is in favor of addressing systemic problems and increasing police training, but said the violence will deter action.
We know that in the United States and Wisconsin and every community around our state, peaceful protest is one of the ways that change occurs. But violent protest, where a mob forms and government refuses to act, is the exact opposite of how change will occur.
Democrats, meanwhile, are condemning the violence, but the Senate Democratic leader said this could have been prevented if the legislature passed reform or acted to address systemic racism. Speaker Voss said today he doesn't want to rush any bills and said a session that would address what protesters are calling for would likely happen after the election or the beginning of next year.
All right, Amy, thank you. Let's take a look outside on this Wednesday. Where was this taken?
Yeah, I have no idea. While you were sleeping, how's that?
I think this is recent. I don't know. Dana's out there. Is there something on the radar?
Okay, do explain, Dana.
Yes. So I'm standing outside right now, of course, in sunshine on the patio, but some areas are seeing rain. It's very possible to be sunny in Madison while we have other parts of just Dane County dealing with showers. I see a few dark clouds above me right now. So again, sunny on the patio. As we take a closer look at Dane County, you can see some heavier rain just to the east of the interstate. Also heavier showers at the southern edge of Dane County and into parts of Rock and Greene County. So the rain coming down for some folks, but other folks seeing a pretty dry evening. That's kind of going to be the case for the next few hours. Overnight will become partly cloudy, and then for tomorrow, or we become mostly clear for tomorrow, mostly sunny and just a little warmer outside in the low 80s for Thursday. By Friday, we'll have the chance for showers and thunderstorms developing again, and we may see a few strong to severe thunderstorms late in the day, bringing the potential for hail, high winds, or even some heavy rainfall. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for Friday. We'll talk a little more about that full 10-day forecast in just a few minutes. Right now, I want to take a quick look at what's going on our roadways. The good news, the Beltline seems to be in a pretty good spot, both east and westbound, fairly smooth as we look at Park Street. Downtown, we aren't seeing any major delays, and again, the interstate looks pretty smooth, other than a few construction spots for this evening. Some folks might be using the windshield wiper blades for the drive home. Others, if you're like me out on the patio, probably could use the shades.
Spotty showers. All right, Dana, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. The percentage of positive COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin is trending upward. Within the last 24 hours, 4% of tests came back positive. Nearly 26,000 people have tested positive for the virus since the state's outbreak began earlier this year. 757 people have died.
New cases of the virus in the United States have surged to the highest levels in 2 months. The U.S. reported 34,700 new cases yesterday. That is more than on any single day since April 24th. And California announced a new record of more than 7,000 cases in the last 24 hours. Florida reported a record number of coronavirus cases today, about 1,500 cases, higher than the previous record set just 4 days ago. Texas has also seen a surge. The number of hospitalizations in Houston has tripled since Memorial Day.
If we don't all work together to bring this curve back down, yes, we're going to have a challenging situation.
Some business owners in Houston are voluntarily shutting back down. At least 17 high school students from Ohio tested positive for the virus after a recent trip to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The county they're from previously had reduced infection rates to 0.
Dane County is reinvesting in local food banks in the fight against increased food insecurity due to the pandemic. Executive Joe Parisi signed a resolution this afternoon that extends an additional $3 million in funds for the county's food partnership program with Second Harvest. He says with 38,000 unemployment claims filed in the county since the start of the pandemic, there is still an incredible need for emergency food assistance.
Unfortunately, the pandemic is not letting up. And as we enter the third month of our partnership, there's a great need for continuing that additional assistance that we started a few months back.
The county is also partnering with the Badger Prairie Needs Network to provide additional cold storage to help utilize more food from local farmers and producers. Parisi says these partnerships will continue for at least another 3 months. Well, if this were a normal year, the first concerts on the square would be held tonight. It will not be held.
Instead, we're presenting Concerts on the Square live at Force Style. Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra Andrew Sewell is in next to explain what's happening.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Spas, Spas, Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon ends soon. Don't miss our biggest mattress sale of the year. Pay as little as $22 a month for Tempur-Pedic with 6 years no-interest financing. Doorbuster Queen mattresses are just $95 while they last. Through Monday at Ashley Home Store.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got on my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499. Salute massive savings at Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for 3 years on top of our very best deals. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Spas, Spas, Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
With businesses and stores back open, people are hitting the road more, and that's leading to higher prices at the pump.
The average cost per gallon of regular gas in Madison is around $2.96 right now. That's up more than $1 from last month. When the coronavirus pandemic forced millions to stay home, demand for gas dropped, and so did prices at the pump. The national average fell to $1.74 a gallon in late April. In parts of the country, you could even find prices under $1. But as the economy opened up, gas prices rose, jumping more than 35 cents a gallon in the past 2 months.
If the situation with coronavirus does continue to improve, look for gas prices to spend much of the summer continuing to inch higher.
The good news, Americans are still paying less than they did at this time last year. Experts admit it's difficult to predict exactly what will happen in the middle of a pandemic that could get better or worse. Skyrocketing cases of COVID-19, especially in California and Florida, sent stocks dramatically lower. The Dow Industrials dropped 710 points, ending the day at 25,445. The NASDAQ fell 222 points, and the S&P 500 was down almost 81 points after setting a record high yesterday. Well, Madison's popular Concerts on the Square series is one of the victims of the current pandemic.
But we've been working with the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra to bring you some of the music that has made Madison summers so incredibly special. Over the next few weeks, we'll be featuring individual chamber musicians every Wednesday right here on Live at 4, recording mini concerts at locations all around the city. Today, we meet Midori Sampson and her bassoon. Here's Maestro Andrew Sewell.
Midori is our second bassoon and joined us in 2016. Among the younger members of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, she joins a group of young individuals who are absolutely amazing in their determination to make music a change for the better.
This is two Nigerian songs called Chigaria and Nkoa, and I commissioned these by my friend Grace Bernard Oforka, who is a Nigerian composer, and I hired her to write these pieces for the bassoon because I thought that the bassoon could sing just like a voice can, and that's what I'm trying to do here. I was born in Portland, Oregon, and learned to play the bassoon. Well, I started playing the bassoon around age 11. I came home from school one day when I was 5 and said, I have to play that thing. And nobody really knows how I even saw one. But I knew it was part of me, and I had to learn how to do it. And at the end of high school, I got into Juilliard and I went to college in New York City. And then I got my master's degree at UT Austin in Texas. And that whole time I was discovering how important it was to me to not just become the best bassoonist I could be, but also the best educator and activist I could be. And so I did a fellowship with the Civic Orchestra of Chicago, which is the training program of the Chicago Symphony, where we were also learning how to be really good community engagers and activists with our music. And that helped me decide to get a doctorate in music at UW-Madison here, which I'm doing at the same time as playing in the WCO. And my studies here are focused on bassoon, but also in social work and social welfare, and I'm working on merging the two to see how I can change the world.
Beautiful. You can hear Midori Sampson and the rest of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra tonight as they hold streaming concerts on the square, highlighting performances from past years. Head out to the Duck Pond Drive-In. Gates open at 6 for the 7 p.m. performance, or you can watch from home. Tonight's show features John Gershwin and the 1812 Overture. Check out WCOconcerts.org for more information about prices and times. It's free to watch online.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A little taste of concerts on the square.
I like that. You know, I have not been to a concert on the square yet.
Really? How many years have you been here?
A long, long time.
Well, you worked in the morning and then you work at night.
I did, so yeah, I've never been able to go because I'd either be sleeping or working. So here's my chance.
Go online. All right, there's more at 4. More and more people are returning to work after working at home for months.
And that trend could be taking a toll on our pets who've grown used to us being around all the time. We'll find out how to ease them into the new normal coming up after Dana's first warn forecast.
If you like hot food and cold beer, don't we all? We have found your place. Now this is what warm weather is all about. Cheers to you.
Gross.
We are here today at Rookies in Mazomanie. Dave Boyer joins me. Now, fill us in on the story of Rookies, why I removed my umbrella and have a little sip.
Rookies was started about 17 years ago. Steve Schmidt owns Rookies. He also owns the Shoebox in Black Earth and Madison Mallards.
You guys have the best spot, right off of Highway 14, a ton of traffic, and they're iconic for this beautiful wiffle field behind us that the kids are so, knocking every ball out of the park. How fun is it for you to have this be your place of work?
Oh, it's a blast. Every day it's so much fun to come to work, especially in the summertime when we have groups. kids' birthday parties, bachelor parties. People just have so much fun playing wiffle ball.
If you're going to eat here, what's the best thing to get?
We smoke all our own meats, so we have a great brisket and pulled pork, fantastic ribs.
Oh,
Give that a try.
This looks incredible. Brisket?
It's prime rib. It's our smoked prime rib. We have the first Wednesday of every month.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it's unique that you find a place like this that has great food, has the bar environment, has 29 TVs if you want to come and watch a game, but also is so family friendly. They usually don't coincide, and it works here.
It does. We try very hard to be a place that anyone can go to and have a good time. Oh, by the way, Emmy, we also do catering. Give us a call. You'd be really happy with the service and the quality of the food.
From Rookies! I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Woo!
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Take a look at this. It might be time to call a plumber. It seemed like a normal day on this street in a town in southwestern Turkey. One car passes, another follows, and then this happens.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Apparently an underground water pipe exploded. The second car wisely backs away.
Up. Turn around, don't drown.
Exactly.
Eventually the water was shut off, but not before flooding some nearby basements. That is really pouring out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Scary.
That second car got lucky.
Very lucky. He was 10 feet away from
dealing with a serious issue as opposed to just backing up.
Well, see, there's a cone on the road there, so they must have been working on something.
Yeah,
that poor little lone cone. He's trying to warn everybody.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Just kidding.
That's amazing.
Wow.
All right. We had some wet streets in the weather video, but not like that.
We do. Some areas still very dry. Some people actually haven't seen any rain so far today. We still have the chance for a little more to come through this evening. Tomorrow will be nice and sunny before more showers develop for Friday. We'll look at your full forecast right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
And now, of course, it's gone too far. The violence has gone too far. The damage has gone too far. The rhetoric on all sides has gone too far. It is necessary that every discussion of the social turmoil of these times include acknowledgement that police killings of black men must end. And protests must continue until they do. We back away from neither. But it does not diminish the commitment to change or the impact of the protests to demand they do not include violence and destruction. We all have to ratchet it back, and that includes elected officials so oblivious to the truth they seek only the ugly political gain of blaming others. But we all need to ratchet back the protests, the responses to the protests, the attacks on police, and especially the violence against innocent citizens, or risk losing the justice for all we seek.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can detect suspicious activity on your account from here. And you can pay your friends back from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. So visit chase.com/mobile.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick Clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover PICRAY, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. PICRAY is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take PICRAY if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. PICRAY can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking PICRAY. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about PICRAY.
About $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So I just checked. It's still sunny on our patio outside, but some areas dealing with that rain passing through right now. And we are going to have the chance for showers and thunderstorms to continue on for this evening. But they're going to wrap up this evening. It's not going to last overnight. Our skies will steadily become mostly clear overnight, and that's going to lead into a sunny sky for Thursday. Showers developing again late Friday with heat index readings for next week warming up. So as we look at our radar right now, there is some lightning well off to the west, but we don't see any lightning currently for Rock and Greene County. Sauk County doesn't look like any lightning, but it does look like there's some very heavy rain in that southeast corner of Sauk County. Through the next few hours, we'll have a few more showers dance through. Overnight, our skies becoming mostly clear with temperatures into the mid-50s for our overnight lows. Thursday will be mostly sunny. That's our dry day for the week before shower chances develop heading into Friday. And Friday, we could see quite a bit of rain pass through. Heavy rain possible in the afternoon. Some of those thunderstorms could be strong to severe, bringing the threat for potentially some high wind or hail. Again, that'll be later in the day as those storms pass through during the heat of the day. So there is a slight risk for severe weather encompassing all of southern Wisconsin and stretching up towards Green Bay. Our precipitation trend as we start to look towards the start of June, not very likely that we will swing above average nor below average, but our temperature trend very, very likely that we will see temperatures above average. Again, when it's that bright red color, that's really when our models are aligning. And that means that we're in very good agreement that our temperatures are going to stay quite warm outside. Overnight will be in the mid-50s for overnight lows. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a little warmer outside. High temperatures will be in the low 80s for afternoon highs. And then for Friday, we do have an alert day in the forecast because of the potential for those strong to severe thunderstorms. Saturday and Sunday in the upper 80s with partly sunny skies. Some thunderstorm chances developing Sunday night heading into Monday. Monday, we will have the chance for showers and thunderstorms. And then the rest of that week, it's going to be a very, very repetitive forecast. Afternoon highs in the middle 80s with a slight chance for a shower and thunderstorm almost every afternoon, especially when you factor in that humidity. It's just going to feel a little muggy, a little soupy, a little stormy outside. The 4th of July weekend starting to creep into the end of the 10-day forecast. Likely going to be a very warm one. High temperatures will stay in the upper 80s. Heat index readings starting to trend towards the mid to low 90s. So humid next week and quite warm, but we're also going to get plenty of sunshine along with that.
Going to be warm.
Yes, very warm.
All right, Dana, thank you. Well, many pets have gotten used to their owners being home all the time, but all that extra togetherness is changing as lockdown restrictions lift and people return to their workplaces.
11-year-old Lizzie and 2-year-old Linus have grown accustomed to the lockdown lifestyle.
When I move from room to room, they are shadows and they're on my heels, and when I settle into somewhere, they know this is where we're going to stay for a little while, so they'll plop down wherever they can find a spot.
Their owner, John Crow, a psychologist with Omaha Public Schools, has been working from home since March. He's set to return to his office next month, leaving the dogs on their own.
I expect maybe a few chewed carpet edges, maybe a few chewed pillows here and there.
A recent survey by Rover.com found 58% of pet owners are concerned about their dog experiencing separation anxiety when they go back to work. Veterinary behaviorist Dr. Amy Pike says it's important to start prepping your pets in advance. She suggests owners stick to a workday routine, use an area separate from the pet, and practice departures.
You can go on a walk by yourself. You can go run errands without your pet. You know, you need to remind them that we do, in fact, leave the home occasionally.
Experts say it's important to know how to spot potential signs of stress in your pet, which typically start with a change in behavior.
For cats, we can actually see elimination outside the box, so they might actually poop or pee in your house where they weren't doing that normally.
Dogs may experience panting, pacing, whining, scratching at the door, chewing or clawing items, and potty accidents. Pike recommends using a pet camera to monitor behavior and consider hiring a dog walker to break up the day. And experts say remember to enjoy the time you do have with your pets. It can lower your stress level, too. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Giving a reward-oriented toy or food when you leave the house is also a good way to make your departure a positive time in your pet's day.
Yes, I have to do that. They have to get a treat when I leave. And if I go out through the garage, I'm fine. But if I go out through the front door, Louis goes nuts.
Oh, gosh.
Because that's the door we take to go for a walk.
Who has who trained here, I wonder?
I know, absolutely. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy. My wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
USAA was made for right now. Right now is a time for action. So for a second time, we're giving members a credit on their auto insurance because it's the right thing to do. We're also giving payment relief options to eligible members so they can take care of things like groceries before they worry about their insurance or credit card bills. Right now is a time to take care of what matters most, like we've done together so many times before. Discover all the ways we're helping members at usaa.com/coronavirus.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
As you look forward to the future, Tennyson Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Coronavirus cases are increasing in Wisconsin as Dane County health officials report the highest number of cases ever. More on that at 5.
After showers and thunderstorms end this evening, the weather will stay dry through tomorrow. Warmer and more humid weather arrives with thunderstorms on Friday. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, team coverage on responses to property damage at the Capitol. We'll hear from lawmakers and local business owners tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Here's a live look from the Edgewater Skycam overlooking Lake Mendota. Low-hanging cloud there, but doesn't look like there's anything falling out at this point. We'll keep an eye on things.
So with all that's going on, it can be pretty hard to remember we're actually in the middle of campaign season.
Yeah, a brand new Marquette Law School poll is out today, and here to tell us all about the results, poll director Charles Franklin. Charles, good to see you again.
Good to be back.
Let's start with the big one, the presidential election. What does your poll show?
We show an 8-point Biden lead, 49-41. That's up from 3 points in May, and it was also 3 in March. But in February, we had it dead even, a tie. So Biden has improved his standing throughout the last few months, but especially a notable 5-point increase in his support, or net support, this month compared to last month.
Why do you think that is?
When we look at President Trump's job approval rating, he's fallen off just 2 points this month from last month, from 47 to 45 approved. But remember, his job approval doesn't move very much normally. In fact, we have to go back to last August to find approval as low as 45% for him. So it's sort of the low end of his range. But the 3 critical issues facing the country right now, the protests over Black Lives Matter and police misconduct, the COVID virus, and the economy, are 3 critical areas, and they are very different from his overall approval. Just 30% approve of how he's handled the protests and the response to them. On the coronavirus, it's 44% approval. That's unchanged from last month. And on the economy, his usual strong suit, it's 50% approval, but that's down 4 points from last month. And disapproval on the economy is up 6 points. So even his strong suit is a little weaker this time. Coronavirus is net negative, but hasn't changed. But the newest dramatic issue, the Black Lives Matter protests, his approach to them is garnering just 30% approval on that.
That's pretty low. Let's talk about the Black Lives Matters. What's the view of the prejudice against black people in your poll?
Yeah, well, there's substantial agreement that black people face significant prejudice in the country. 41% say that prejudice is very serious. Just 19% say it's not serious at all. There are substantial racial disparities on that, but substantial views of prejudice among white respondents, as well as much higher sense that prejudice is a major issue among people of color. There is some white skepticism about prejudice. 21% say there's little or no problem with prejudice against black people in the country. And so that is the sort of negative view of black people or the amount of prejudice against black people that we do see among whites. However, I would point out that other things in the poll show that 61% overall approve of protests for Black Lives Matter. 59% have a favorable view of the Black Lives Matter protests, and that includes substantial support in the high 50s among white respondents, as well as higher levels of support among people of color. So I think the upshot of this is that we see among white voters in particular a broad support for the protests and for Black Lives Matter. But when it comes to what specifically they see as problems about the police, we see a much bigger divide, with white respondents much more willing to see the police actions as isolated incidents, whereas African American and Hispanic respondents are much, much more likely to see a systematic pattern of police abuse.
Charles, how did Governor Evers do in your poll?
His job approval remains a bit higher than it was before the epidemic hit. 54% approve of his job overall, but that has been coming down. It was about 65% in March, 59% in May, and now 54%. His COVID job approval has also come down, but started at a higher level, and right now it's about 58% approval on handling COVID.
All right, interesting numbers as usual, and we'll have more results coming up at 5 and 6. Charles, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Always good to be here.
We'll keep an eye on the numbers. It's time to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by, ready to take your calls. The number to call is 270-9933.
There's Lisa. We'll get to your calls right after this.
To the beautiful Hinchley Dairy Farm and one of my favorite dairy farmers of all time, Miss Tina Hinchley. It's so good to be out here and celebrating June Dairy Month with you.
I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share my farm with all of your viewers.
You and your husband took over the farm in 2000 from your in-laws.
Right.
Kind of take us through the journey of what has changed since that time.
We grew a little bit in bits and pieces, just a couple cows at a time. And as we got to the point where our kids were all in college, one of them decided that she wanted to come back to the farm, but she didn't want to be milking cows 9 hours a day. And we looked at technology. We're using technology as it is right now in planting and harvesting, but now we're using it by having our cows milked robotically.
I think this is so cool, and we're going to get to see that. But so the cows actually decide when they want to be milked. How nice is that?
Oh, it's amazing. And it definitely certifies the fact that cows love to be milked. When they go in 5 and 6 times a day, we have got a couple cows that are doing 18 and 19 gallons a day.
Wow.
So their bodies are saying, milk me, and they're able to go in and get milked.
So much to learn June Dairy Month, but if they can just take away one thing, it's what to look for in the grocery store. So pull out your prop.
As you go to the grocery store and you're looking for a way to help Wisconsin dairy farmers, look for this badge. This is going to tell you that this cheese is coming from our amazing cows in Wisconsin, and that's going to support the farmers out here.
Thank you for what you do. For every person out there who drinks the milk and eats the cheese, we thank you.
Oh,
it was lovely to see you.
So much for sharing this with everybody.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you heard it here. You are buzzed into Madison.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. That's why your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers. If you need a new Silverado, get 0% APR for 72 months or $5,500 cash allowance on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Right now, the Beltline does look smooth. Both east and westbound moving along as we look right at Park Street. Thankfully, not really seeing much congestion, even though more folks are still getting on the roads. Downtown also looking okay. Right now, the interstate pretty good to get from Janesville to the Beltline. Still 25 minutes. Sauk City and Middleton at 17, and Sun Prairie to downtown about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Here's a way to personalize your face mask. A Belgian businessman decided it was time to give them a human face. Literally. Using a photo booth software and a mobile phone app, the man is producing masks that have the lower half of the wearer's features printed on them. It's kind of cool, kind of creepy at the same time.
It's a little bit of everything. It's what you want it to be, I guess.
Look at this guy.
Wow.
He's got the facial hair.
But you know, somebody here will develop this as well. Just give it some time.
All right. It's time to get your plant and gardening questions answered live.
The number to call right now is 270-9933.
Lisa Briggs is in the backyard patio where it's just started to rain. Are you okay out there?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of sprinkling.
All right. We'll get to the calls. We'll start with Louie in Poinette. Hi, Louie. What's your question?
Hi. My question is, I have some ferns growing around the kind of the northwest side of my basement, and somebody wants to transplant them. What time of the year should I do that?
The best time would be in the early spring when they're first starting to come up. But ferns are pretty forgiving, especially if they're those big ostrich ferns. They're about, I don't know, waist high or so, and they're really prolific. So you can move those as long as you're moving them from one shady place to another shady place. Make sure that you get them watered, though. They might get a little wilty this year, but they'll pop right back up next spring.
All right.
All right. Well, next caller, Maureen from Clinton. Hi, Maureen. What's your question?
Maureen, you there?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I have a magnolia bush, and it's done blooming. Can I cut it back yet, or do I have to wait?
No, with spring blooming shrubs and trees like magnolias, crabapples, lilacs, all those kinds of things, you want to prune them as soon as they're done flowering, because that will give them a chance to set flower buds for next year.
So they set the buds in the fall?
They set their buds soon after they flower, and then they bloom next year on this year's growth. So you want to give them a chance to make those buds, so go ahead and do it now.
All right, let's go to Linda now in Janesville. Hi, Linda. What's your question?
Oh, hi. Actually, a couple of questions. How to get the chipmunks and the squirrels away from my plants. I've tried multiple things over the years. And also, my parents had resurrection lily plants. And when would be a good time to transplant them, because they bloom again then later? And that's it.
Yes, resurrection lilies, or they're also called naked ladies, and they have surprise lilies. Those plants will send up green growth in the spring, early spring, die back, and then send up flowers later in the fall or late summer, early fall. The best time to move those around is in the spring when you get that green growth, and then you can move them then and transplant them. I don't know that now is the best time to do it if you want to get flowers for this year. You could still go ahead and do it. I just would say it's probably going to take a year or two for them to recover before they set flowers. As far as your chipmunk problem, I have found the best luck when I have rodents with using either the granular repellents like Repelzol or predator urines like fox urine or that kind of thing. And I tend to put that stuff away from the plants, not on the plants, because they're scent-based. So you want to keep those critters away. So like, I'll go like around the edge of the bed, but not on the plants themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, our next caller, Sylvia from Madison. Hi, Sylvia. What is your question?
Hi, I'd like to know how I can tell if my rhubarb is ready to harvest. Usually I look for pink stalks, but they've only been pink at the bottom and the rest has been green. Are there some ways I can actually tell it's ready to be harvested?
Yeah, the rhubarb this year has been not in good shape for anybody. It's been a recurring question here on the different shows that Linda and I do, and also a lot of calls at the plant desk. Rhubarb just seems to be kind of piddly this year. So, I think that it might be a year that our plants are going to take a little bit of a break. If you've got some stalks that are picking up, go ahead and take those, harvest those. But just remember that if they start putting up flower stems and starting to bloom, then you want to stop.
Okay. Let's go to Marianne now in Madison. Hi, Marianne. Marianne, you there? Marianne.
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, what kind of plant food do I feed a spathe plant, S-P-A-I-T-H, plant that's inside?
So a spathe is another word for peace lilies. The spathe is that weird kind of white flower. I would say that if you want to just keep them healthy, you could just use a water-soluble fertilizer like Peters or Jack's, and you would do that every other week. If you want to encourage some blooming, then you could go ahead and every 3 times, so every 6 weeks, you could fertilize with a bloom booster. And again, the same companies make it. You just mix it with water and then apply it to the planting medium after they've been watered.
Okay.
Okay, and then we've got Jean from Madison. Hi, Jean, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What's your question?
Regarding a rhubarb plant, my stalks are real skinny. Should I continue to harvest the rhubarb or not?
Like I said before, rhubarb's just having a really tough year. I would just let it go to flower and get some compost or some manure or something to give it some fertilizer for next year, and we're just going to hope for a better harvest next year.
Lots of rhubarb questions.
Lots of rhubarb questions.
A lot for Linda, too, the other day.
I'm sure.
And I saw rhubarb in the store, so there's always that option.
And the farmers markets, a lot of them are open. So
that's true.
Pick it up from the farmers markets.
All right. Thank you all for calling in. We're out of time. Lisa, thank you for coming out, braving the weather for us.
Thank you, Lisa.
We'll see you soon. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
Two opportunities to play. Two opportunities. 2 draws.
2 daily draws
Each day.
From the Wisconsin Lottery. With one at midday.
That's at 1:30.
And another in the evening.
That's at 9.
For pick 3, pick 4, and all or nothing.
More chances to play each day. More chances to play each day.
The final days are here for the historic store closing sale at A1 Furniture and Mattress. With so much furniture to liquidate in just a matter of days, management has issued strict orders. Sell it all and sell it fast, regardless of cost, regardless of loss. Fine area rugs are a whopping 70% off.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
We do have some showers passing through. Some areas completely dry. Most of Grant County actually dry right now. I do want to take a closer look at that heavier rain starting to enter into the northern portion of Dane County. It looks like just north of 19 outside of Prairie du Sac. We have a little bit of lightning, so anyone in Waunakee probably heading inside right now as those showers continue to move southeast. We'll be passing over Madison here the next 20 minutes or so. We're looking at a sunny sky for tomorrow for more rain on Friday, but Gary will have more on that during Live 5.
All right, thank you, Dana. Tomorrow on the Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor has the latest COVID-19 news and takes your phone calls.
And we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the all-new 2020 Lincoln Aviator. It's a full-size SUV. It's coming up tomorrow at 4. We'll be right back.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services.
With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or Alaskera, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto. Novartis thanks the heroic healthcare workers fighting COVID-19.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
In today's Final Touch, most people are spending area lockdowns at home.
One couple is spending theirs living in an 800-year-old castle. A pair of employees at a posh 800-year-old castle in Ireland scored a sweet gig during the country's lockdown when they were asked to move in as caretakers. Since March 25th, Laura Jamieson and Michael Smith have been living in Ashford Castle, a 5-star historic hotel in Western Ireland that boasts 83 guest rooms, a spa, 2 gourmet dining rooms, and a sprawling ornate grounds. The couple who've been dating for about a year and a half say they suspect that they were offered the job because they offered a balance of skills inside and outside the property. Their duties include vacuuming rugs, dusting chandeliers, and flushing 160 toilets every day. The couple say they log about 30,000 steps every day, keeping everything in order, but they play hard too, like regular date night movies in a theater fit for royalty.
I'll gladly donate my services for vacuuming.
Pretty sweet gig. I'll flush the toilets. Maybe they'll take us up on it next time. Boy, that place is beautiful.